Welcome back.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable.
I wasn't talking
depending
to you.
upon your point of view.
Sour.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Every
Well,
bit
I
of
was
it.
there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Yeah, welcome back to Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. My name is Colin, as you know already. Or maybe this is, first video of mine that you're watching. Shouldn't be, because it's still at part 5 now. Should have started at part 1. What are you doing?
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got
There's
it
a
in
quick
their
shooter
heads
in
to
it,
rob
yep.
2 banks at the same
Brave
time.
Ranger, thank you very much.
2 banks on the same damn
Golden
street.
rifle. Why don't I just start with these weapons like I had in the
The
last...
story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
What'd you say? This man's a nutmeg?
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown. The boys grew up in Coffeeville, so everybody knew them. The bank teller tricked them, telling them the time lock on the safe wouldn't open till 9:30. Well, that gave the locals enough time to prepare an ambush for those sons of bitches.
It's not a good idea to break open a door without reloading first. I'm reloaded. So. Bow, 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 oh, bow.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait to see the bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
What? Maybe it's because I'm on hard difficulty out there. Not going down so easily.
You went in
But I mean,
there
I shoot
alone to
right
confront
at their
those
chests.
criminals.
They don't die.
One of the
Sometimes.
marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
Shut up,
Paid
dumbass.
him no mind.
That's a good guy.
He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Or, well, not good guy, but yeah.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a
Where is it?
direction they weren't expecting.
I don't even know what's going on 'cause I'm not paying attention. Just talking through all of
From
it.
above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Yes, a good weapon for that. Reload.
We've got company.
There's always somebody behind a door when it says brick
Heroic
door.
men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Jim Boone, Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a
Oh, hello.
bitch!
Why do I allow myself to get shot so easily?
I'm gonna kill you dead.
Well, of course, if you killed me, I would be dead. So, you don't have to say, I'm gonna kill you dead. Because it's not like you're gonna kill me alive. What the fuck are you doing, man? What are you doing? Go through the walls and shouldn't be doing that. Piss me off when you do that.
Over there!
That bullet went in a completely different direction than where he was aiming.
What the hell? Blam! Came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
You can't hide forever!
Silas Greaves. No, that's not his real name.
His
That
name
wasn't very good.
was Silas Greaves. And
No,
when the
it
dust
wasn't.
finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon. I was late to the party and Coffeeville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Pathetic.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they
Son of-
still had friends in Coffeeville.
Sounded like he said scoopered bastards. Those scoopered bastards. I just did. Oh, that's. I thought that was a shielder.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, my bird.
me from all directions.
Tooth and nail? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, what are you talking about? They're shooting bullets. They're not trying to bite and claw at me. Tooth and nail. Oh, I was moving. Fucking shit, man. I was moving, and because I was moving, they considered that a failure. Come on. S A W S W Sasso.
Sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
He's just an aficionado of all the gossip, isn't he? He knows everything. If you're wondering what sensitivity I'm using, I always try to make it, my rule of thumb is to make it so that I can turn 180 degrees with comfortable wrist movement, which this is actually a bit more than that. Let's see how many. Yeah, it's more like 270 degrees. Which is a bit too much. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Try that. That's a bit better. Yeah, so if you turn your wrist so far that it's uncomfortable and you haven't turned 180 degrees, then that's well, if you turn less than 180 degrees, then you need to increase it. If you've turned more, then you need to decrease it. Well, at least that's my rule. I don't really care what you do. What I do isn't what you need to do. But I might give it a try. It works pretty well for me.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up.
Never, huh?
Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
One of those logs came like a foot from my face. His face.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is
Yes, you
where
are.
it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
I won't miss. You ain't getting by me, Creed.
This guy's easy because all you gotta do is just stay a good distance away from him. Well, maybe you gotta take some cover too. It's just about time for me to... Oh, okay. Stop it, man.
Send you to the bone orchard.
Oh, I'm gonna send you to hell.
I'm gonna plant you where you stand.
You aren't gonna last very long there, buddy. No, I thought I was behind cover.
Gonna beat you like a red-headed stepchild.
Oh, you are, huh? I don't think so, buddy.
I'm gonna tear you apart.
No, you're not. I know it looks like I'm doing pretty badly, letting him shoot me so much, but
It's hog killing time.
I always consider myself doing pretty well as long as I don't let him kill me. Fucking shit! Almost, yeah, if it wasn't for that sense of death, then I would have been dead by now.
Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
23
Well,
times
I
and
have
he
to admit,
survived. That's pretty impressive.
That boy had grit.
Yeah, true grit. Eye blink. Oh yeah, it's about time that I stop this episode, so see you next time.